Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in and being a part of this evening. This is Sonali Chauhan on behalf of TCS ION, and I welcome you all to the webinar on AI powered strategies for success. There is a moment in every student's journey when we start asking, what is next for me? Which skills should I learn? Where is the world heading? And how can I be a part of it? Today, we all are living in that moment. Everywhere we look, whether it's our news feed, job portal, or even the apps we use, there is a one thing in common: AI. Yes, AI is making its mark. From writing content to detecting fraud, from chatbots to the personalized shopping, AI is not just about supporting work, it's becoming a part of it. And with generative AI, things are moving faster than ever. Machines are now create text, image, even code, even the music in a way we never imagined. But here is the exciting part. We are not too late. We are not too early. We are on the right time to be a part of this shift. In today's session, we'll explore how NLP, computer vision, and data science are creating the real world opportunities, especially in the places like retail banking. We will also learn how to map our own skills, interest, education in these emerging roles. This is not just about knowing the tech, it's about seeing where you fit in. Because the future of AI is not just for engineers or coders, it's for creators, thinkers, communicators, and problem solvers. So, welcome to our conversation that could change the way you see the future. To dive deep into it, I would like to invite Ms. Neeta Khare, who is the Technology and Innovation Champion from BFSI Technology Advisory Group, TCS ION. Hi, Neeta. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi. So, before we start the session, everyone, I would like to introduce Ms. Neeta Khare to you. So, she is a dynamic leader with stellar track record. Ms. Neeta Khare currently drives AI and cloud initiative as the industry offering champion for BFSI and cross industries at TCS. She is also a technology and innovation champion for BFSI and previously led the IBM Analytics and Watson practice as well as the Cognos Center of Excellence. She has been recognized as an IBM champion for 7 consecutive years and has earned a prestigious accolades like the Golden Guru special recognition for her work in building AI competencies and Torchbearer Award for the Alliances and Technology Unit. Beyond her professional excellence, she plays an active role in shaping the future of tech. She serves on the NESCOM Responsible Gen AI Committee, is a which is a proud gold certified women mentor, and contribute her insight as a technology advisory board member at Red College of Engineering. Her journey is not about leading change; it's about creating opportunities, mentoring the next generation, and setting the benchmark in responsible and impactful innovation. So please join me welcoming Ms. Neeta Khare again. So let's start with the session. Neeta, before we go dive into the world of AI and its specific application, I'd like to take a step back and ask you that with so much happening around us, and from ChatGPT to smart assistant AI in healthcare, finance, education, and so many industries. So, what does AI truly mean for student and young professionals today? Is it just another wave of technology, or is it a mindset shift?
Okay. So thanks, Sonali, and I loved all the answers of the polls, what have been written, and I like that there are many non-IT folks as well, and there are also my friends who do not like coding, but they want to, use the applications. So if you
Right.
see today, the world of AI, what we are into, I would say it's gone beyond AI. It's all now about Gen AI, agentic AI is, coming into picture. And today's session, we are going to focus on giving you the background of AI or what are the foundations of AI. Subsequent sessions will definitely be there on generative AI and on agentic AI. So in this session, please sit back and relax and get the knowledge, to your best. I have got a diverse experience from different channels. So today I'll just try to put it best in front of you so that you can leverage my knowledge to your best. Okay, so that is what in short I can tell you. But now coming back to the question, what Sonali has posed, that where are we heading towards, or what is this, all about AI which is happening all around us. I would say it's an era in itself. Okay, so just to give you some examples of eras, past eras which I have seen, and I'm sure you guys must have also seen. If you have seen, just raise your hand or say yes, I have seen this era. Okay, so I'll give you three era examples. First is shift from typewriter to your normal computers. Okay, desktop computers. I don't know how many of this audience would have seen that era where we were using typewriters and suddenly there was a shift to computer. So it was an era in itself, right? The second era was that you had the phones. Okay, we had the landline phones which were fixed at a place, and then suddenly there was a shift that mobile phones, pagers and all started coming. So that was the second era which we saw in our lifetime. And the third era was that handphones, which were just used for calling, now got shifted to all smartphones. Correct? So now this is the third era which we have seen. So similarly, the kind of work that we are doing today in any field that you are in, okay, any domain, any industry, with whether you're IT, non-IT, it's an era shift in itself. So that is what I called. We are on the cusp of that era, and we are witnessing that itself. Okay, so this is how no one can be left behind. Everyone has to participate in this era. Okay.
So thank you so much for the insightful answer, Nita. It's really eye-opening to see how AI is more than just a trend. It's a shift that in the way we think, that learn and work. So I'm sure that this gives all of us a clearer picture of why understanding of AI is very useful today. My another question to you will be, Nita, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about AI ML careers, and how can student overcome them?
Perfect. So, if you see someone has even asked, okay, I just don't recollect the name, that, what are the career choices? I'm totally confused. So that is what we are going to address today, okay, by the way. And coming to again the question, and, see, there are different career choices which are available to us, and we need to look at that what we really want to do in today's world, because there are n number of options. Okay, now coming back to the challenges, the problem is that everyone thinks that they are an expert. Okay, so this is the biggest challenge that we have to overcome. Now the problem is that you can think that you are an expert, but at the blink of eye technology is changing. Okay, so if I just look at my phone now and if I check some news, I know that okay, some new LLM has launched, or some new library has launched, or Grok 3 model has come up, or something else has come up. So this is the speed at which things are moving. So if you think you're an expert, which is the biggest challenge, you're gone. Okay, now how to overcome this challenge? There are only two ways to overcome this challenge. One is that you need to do delta learning. Okay, delta learning means every day you should be able to pick your phone, and we always do delta learning with respect to reels, right? Instagram reels and videos and so on and so forth. So we have to do same delta learning with respect to technology. Okay, I'm not talking about coding here. Okay, there is nothing to do with coding here. So the first way to overcome the challenge is delta learning, and second thing is, as how much ever you do delta learning, you will not be able to learn everything. Okay, you'll not be able to know not even 50% of what you have learned. Okay, so the way to overcome that is network. So the way you go and drink tea with your friends, you just do a conversation on daily basis or weekly basis, and then get the views from each one of them. So it becomes like you're adding to the knowledge that you already have. So if you want to overcome the challenges of technology in the fast moving era today, only these two things are your survivals: delta learning and networking.
Right. And there is one more biggest misconception, Nita, was that AI is only for IT student or IT career background people.
Totally wrong.
Yes.
It's a total myth in itself, and that's why the question was, that how many of
Mm.
you are from non-coding background. And I'll tell you, non-coding background folks are going to enjoy. Okay, why? I'll tell you in the presentation. And I love that. Okay, because coding folks of course are going to enjoy, but non-coding folks are going to enjoy more. Why? Just wait for 5-10 minutes till I start my presentation.
Definitely, definitely. Some really interesting areas are coming up. So it's clear that AI isn't about tech labs or big companies. It's something we all want to see improve our daily lives. So whether it's work, in studies, or even at home. Great to see the answers. So, Nita, again, I'm coming back to you. A very important question. How is the job market evolving with AI? And what career opportunities are emerging across IT and non-IT domains? If you can quickly answer it.
Sure, sure. Okay, so I think you're not allowing me to wait for my presentation, but I'll just give a simple answer here so that everyone understands.
Right.
Uh, I'll just give you a simple example. You have your phone in your hand, okay, whatever it is, iPhone or Android or whatever you have. Just everyone think for 2 minutes, okay, that when you wanted to buy this particular phone which is in your hand, how much time did you spend? Okay, in finding out what the phone type is, what is the cost, what is the brand, how is the performance, how many cameras and what features and so on so forth. Okay, I am sure each one must have spent at least 2 3 days to figure out, talk to different people, get their views, read the reviews, and wait for price drop, discounts, and go to 3 4 shops and so on. Lot of thing you must have done in your background, right? Now, after you got this phone in your hand, you just told all your friends, excellent, I got this new phone, it has this features and all that. You did all kind of setting up your brand with respect to the phone. And then after 15 days, when you meet me, I ask you a simple question: what are you doing with this phone? So you know what you will answer? You will answer, I'm just calling my friend. That also hardly nowadays anyone calls. Only thing what I'm doing is I'm using WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook. Correct? Now the problem is, if you're using these are apps. They are not the phone features that you're using. So the most common job career today is that you should be able to leverage the technology. So there is already ample on your plate. You already have phone in your hand, but you don't know how to use it, or you're not using it. So same thing is with your AI. Okay, it's ample on the plate already. So you don't need to be a job coder. You don't need to be tester. You don't need to do anything. You should just be able to use what is given to you on your plate. And for using it, there are techniques. So that there are career paths. So prompt engineer, the quality engineer, NLP is the base, how image works, how video works. These all are the foundations that you need to build. So this is what I would recommend each and every one of you, that first of all, you know that what are the foundations required in today's world, and second is to how to use them. When you know how to use a particular area, you will be able to navigate your career path. It could be prompt engineer, it could be something based on image, it could be something based on video. I'm not going into that aspects, but at least to know all this, you need the foundation strong. And that foundation strong of AI is going to be NLP, image and video in today's world, okay, which we call as vision also. So that is what my recommendation is, that you look for different career options, but set your foundation right.
Right. Great. Great to hear that, Nita. That thank you for highlighting how AI is reshaping the job market across both IT and non-IT sector. And yes, at the heart of the transformation, I think the three powerful technology, NLP, data science, and computer vision, which
Yes.
are truly driving this transformation. And I'm excited to see how many opportunities it's opening up for the student, apart from the background. So I can see, Anita, before we start the presentation, Vivek Kumar is asking that will I receive certification of the participation? No, Vivek, you won't get a certificate for the participation in the session. But however, I can assure you that if you pay attention, the knowledge that you gain in today's session, that will last for your life.
Right.
Okay. Neeta, I would like to hand it over the session to you, and please take us through the beautiful presentation which you have prepared.
Sure, sure. And I think Bhageshri had a question that, she's totally confused about what career options to choose from. And, there are a lot of people who are talking, but they are not able to guide her properly. And I
Right.
know that this is going to be a challenge. But what I would like to do is I'll just take you through few slides. Okay, look at it. And I think you will
Right.
be able to get your path. If you're not able to get up your path, then anyway, we'll connect later. Okay, we can connect over
Yes.
LinkedIn and we can talk as well. But as of now, I would recommend that just look a year out, me, that what I'm going to say here. This deck which I have put you is a collective knowledge of my experience. Okay, it's 23-year experience that I have put all together, with customer knowledge, NASCOM knowledge, with industry knowledge, with college knowledge, because I have been a intern, I'm into internships as well. So almost more than 100 people I have, helped. Students are helped with internships as well. And I am the technology board advisor for DY Patil College as well of Mumbai. So with this all collective experience, you're going to learn a lot. forget certification and all for time being. Just focus on what I'm trying to say. Okay, this half an hour is going to be a rewarding session for you. I guarantee you that. Okay. So this is what we covered. Okay, that everyone thinks that they are an expert. Okay, and we know that what we have to do here, right? So you know that how to overcome this bigger challenge. Now let us understand that what is AI and Gen AI. Okay, again we have discussed that it is all over. Okay, you guys have only said different streams, different places where you want to see AI coming into picture, and that is where it is. Everyone, every product company, every domain, every industry that you look at currently is with AI. Now, if you see this is like our body, right? And you see the veins and arteries. These are all like AI solutions. You can think of them as the organs are like business functions, and all the arteries and veins are like your solutions and incubations that you're doing in this area. So this is how AI is. It is all over. You cannot get rid of it now. It's gone. Now there is always a confusion in the market. Okay, when I speak to students or when I speak to customers also, they feel that lot of confusion is there between what is analytics, what is automation, what is AI, what is Gen AI, what is agentic AI. So I just want to give you 1 minute, simple way of understanding it, which you can easily know. Remember this chart. It will serve you your lifelong, because whatever is going to come ahead is all going to build over this. But if your background is strong or if your foundation is strong, you'll never make a mistake. Now analytics is where you ask questions like what happened and why did it happen. Okay, so if you take any report, if you take order report or if you take a complaints report or anything, you ask this simple question: why did it happen, why this order was late, why this particular delivery did not go on time, what was the reason, where did it happen. If you want to ask all this type of questions, you have analytics. So you have your reports, dashboards, scorecards in place there. Now the second part is that if you want to know that what will happen, okay, so that means and when it will happen and what you want to do about it. So basically what you are doing to this analytics, you are building now the prediction pieces, and you are trying to ask questions like what will happen and what we should do about it. So what we should do about it is more about self-healing, recommendations, suggestions. You have seen all chatbots, coming into play. They were giving you all these answers, right? So basically, if you look at the AI world, okay, it was more about being more proactive, having more foresights, and more about optimizing the analytics piece of it. So that was the second era. Then the third era, till last year, everyone was, there was a Gen AI hype. Everyone was talking about Gen AI, where it was now a question to be asked that what else can we know. So now in artificial intelligence world, you normally dealt mostly with structured data, though of course they were vision and all image and all solutions, but they were also all more on the structured lines. Generative AI transformed this journey altogether. Example is ChatGPT. You ask a simple question in simple language and it will give you the answer. It can read documents, it can read PDFs, and give you anything out of it. So basically, it's all about using unstructured content more, in this journey, and generating the content. So it could be generating images, it could be generating text, and so on and so forth. So that was the world of generative era. And now, if you want to ask a simple question, how can you make the systems more autonomous? That means I'm not saying here that we want to replace humans. There is no question about it. Humans cannot be replaced. So if there is again a hype in the market that AI will take your job away and all, no one can replace human. There will be shift in the job that you're doing. Okay, so yesterday who was running a typewriter was able to learn and work on hands on laptop, correct, or desktop, but there was a learning that had to be done. So that is how the lift and shift is going to happen. That is definitely going to happen, but there is no replacement of humans. Okay, so even if these systems are autonomous, to some places, some percentage they will be autonomous, but lot of places you are going to require human creativity and effort. Okay, so that is what the agentic AI world is. We are going to have agents assisting us. So you have robo who is assisting you in your cooking, right? There will be a robo who is going to help you sweep the floor. There will be a robo who is going to help you to code. There will be a robo who is going to help you to generate some images and so on and so forth. But finally, it is you're going to tell, what and how. So that is the world of agentic AI, where there are agents coming into picture. Now, these are the current trends of AI which are there in the market. First trend is very simple. what I'm saying just now may not be true in the next minute. Okay, so if someone follows yoga, it's anitya bhavna. That means the world is changing so fast, technology is changing so fast. If don't go and say tomorrow, oh, Nita said this, but this is not true because it has changed overnight. I can't help it. Okay, so this is how the state of technology is. It's fast moving. Enterprises adopting, all enterprises are now everywhere, they are talking about AI. There's a massive competency build up, and that's why even you guys are there on the call, right? You want to understand AI, and everywhere, in the colleges, I think the units have shut down. Okay, other units, other streams have shut down, and everyone is started focusing on data science, NLP, and image vision, and so on and so forth. It's all over infusion, and there are regulatory acts. Okay, because since no one is knowing how to use AI, there are a lot of frauds which are happening. Okay, so every day you know that you're getting at least 10 calls which are fraudulent calls, but the fraudsters are more smarter than us humans. Okay, and they are trying to implement AI and Gen AI. So that is what we need to even look at, that what are the regulatory acts, that what if you do, you're going to land in jail. So you should be aware of all the legal considerations. For example, in Europe, you cannot go and execute any the vision use case. So suppose I am talking to you, you want to analyze, how this presentation is. What is the speaker confidence, or what she has stressed in the presentation? What is the sentiment? Either she's very boring, or she's just giving the talk for namesake, or she's very happy, enthusiastic, and she's guiding us in the right direction. So all this analysis you can't do in Europe. Okay, in India you can do, but again with the clause. So these are all requiring regulatory approvals. Okay, so we have to be extremely careful where we are putting data over this AI systems. So that is where this I'm stressing on this point, because it is very important. Okay, then what to watch out, if you see today Grok. Okay, this is again my view as of now. Grok 3, if you look at it, it's an excellent LLM, where you can get more sophisticated answers. Okay, almost near to GPT-3, and sometimes it is better than GPT-3 as well. So look at that. Okay, I think that a lot of transformation can happen in this front. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you are using Grok, but you can try using that as well. Okay, the other part is that everyone is now, if you see Chat GPT and Grok, they are going to give you generalized answers. So if you're in, say, finance department, or if you're in a pharmacy department, you need specific answers. You need the models which are trained for that particular disease, correct? So for that particular information, so that is where you need targeted tailored models. Okay, you can't go and to a surgeon and give him the answers from GPT-3, which are more general answers. He need all the glossary and business terms which are medically proven, and which are aligned to that. Okay, if I have to give you a simple example here, all of us have watched Three Idiots movie, correct? So in that there was a simple question, that what is a machine? Okay, so Chat GPT is going to tell you what Amir Khan answered. Okay, what is a machine to help to reduce your task, or to increase your performance and productivity, and so on and so forth. And what the sir answered, okay, or what the professor answered, is what your tailored model is going to give you. So I hope you are able to understand the difference between a general model and a tailored model. This is the all India synopsis. I thought it's good for you to know as well, that what NASSCOM is doing, or what India is doing with respect to AI. There are responsible AI guidelines for developers also. Okay, if you just go to Google and type developer guidelines, you will know that when you're building your projects, or when you're looking at your learnings, how you can apply all that processes, all the best practices from NASSCOM into your projects. So know this. Okay, it's better to know all these guidelines. You can also connect over me LinkedIn. You will find a lot of links in my post. Okay, previous post on NASSCOM, and I keep posting whenever it comes. And similarly, this is the developers play book which I mentioned. There are many initiatives which the Indian government is taking. Okay, so Game Changers was one of that. As students, I encourage you, all of you, to participate in that. It will give you a new dimension of how to code, how to go and participate in hackathon or a competition which is at global level. Okay, at the nation level. So you should definitely look at such things in future. So this was one more SIH, okay, where a lot of colleges participated, and I was a jury there also. Again, very beautiful initiative for all the youths. If you put this in your resume, you're done. Chances of getting job is, or better job is very high. You may get direct offers as well from the organizations. And then there are India-based proposals as well. If you're entrepreneur or you want to start up something, there are a lot of initiatives which Indian government is taking. So just I wanted to give you a glimpse that it is not AI is happening in all the product industries or in the products. It is happening at the nation level. Okay, so that is where we are heading towards. So with that, I'll just come to a little bit of technology. Okay, that what are the components of AI and Gen AI? Now, when you say AI and Gen AI, these are the 7 things that you should know. And Bhagyashree, you had a choice in career, okay, or you may want to understand your path, and similar problem will be with others as well. So first of all, my recommendation is that out of the 7 paths, choose yours. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, what, how, forget everything. So first is, do you want to do AI and Gen AI with respect to structured data, or do you want to do with respect to content generation? Do you want to do with respect to video? Do you want to do with respect to coding, image, audio, or avatar? Okay, so these are the 7 entry points for you, first of all. Okay, in that, what are your foundations? We have already discussed, right? NLP, data science, vision, image, whatever, these at least 3, so you should know. So these are your foundations. So that is your second step. So first is you choose your path. You cannot know everything. Okay, you may learn it later, but if you want to be a real expert in one, you should pick one area and go into that. Okay. Now there is no domain here. This is only technology what I am talking about. I'll show you how to apply it to your domain as well. Okay. So this is the first part you should know. And then when you're looking at a solution, okay, now again I'm not talking about which solution here. I'm just saying you want to build a solution, say on text generation. Now there are 3 choices that you will be in front of you. First is that what model you have to use. Okay, so model can be LLM or it can be non-LLM. Correct. So basically the meaning of this slide is, even if you are a non-coder, you should be able to know and tell that, oh, I want to implement this AI Gen AI solution. First, you can ask the question, which model are you going to use? So the answer would be LLM. I'm going to use, either a GPT model, or I'm going to use Grok model, or I'm going to use Llama, or I'm going to use Gemini, anything. The other part is someone will say, no, I don't want to use all these models. They are costly, they have to pay. I want open source. So you can use open source libraries, Hugging Face and other libraries are there. You can use that, or you can write your own code there. So this is your model choice. So any use case, irrespective of whichever area you are, you should be able to know which model is used behind the scene, whether it is right or wrong. Okay. Second is that what is your technology choice, whether it is going to be open source based, whether are you going to go with one cloud, that is Azure cloud, Google cloud, AWS cloud, or IBM cloud, or you're going to use some third party solution. So it could be, ServiceNow is coming itself with AI and Gen AI infusion. Are you going to use that product itself? So if the answer is yes, then this is your technology choice. Okay. So this is the second pillar that you should know. And third pillar is that where are you going to deploy this? Are you going to deploy over cloud? Are you going to deploy on edge? That is your CCTV camera, or the model, the chipset that you get of Qualcomm. Or is it going to be on premise in your own data center, or it is going to be hybrid? So if you're even clear with this technology choice, your half of the job is done. Maximum people fail in this because they don't know what model they are using, where they are going to deploy, and which technology they are going to use. And there is a confusion here. Okay, so they keep running in circles. Today I tried this model, yesterday I tried this product and all. Why? Because there is no clarity. So the simple is, step 1, know which area your use case is fitting or your career you want to go into. Second is that what the decision out of what are you going to be a champion on, or what are you going to start your journey of learning. So you can pick that area. Okay. And then comes how to apply it in the domain. So now let me give you one simple domain example. Okay. Why I have taken retail bank? Because every one of us have bank account. Correct. We all know how to handle our money. And in case if we don't have account, we still know that how our parents account work. Okay. Because we have transacted there. So simple, take this as an example, and as an example I say, suppose this is ICICI Bank. Okay. or HDFC Bank, or what IDB, whichever bank, Axis Bank, and so on and so forth. So wherever you have account, right, SBI. So there are four pillars in a retail bank. Okay, four core business functions. Either they will first step is customer acquisition. That means you will be able, customer has to enter the bank, right? When I say enter, it is not just physically entering. It means onboarding, preparing that customer to come in. So there are a lot of marketing campaigns, there are referral programs, there is a cross selling, upselling calls that we get, and so on and so forth, right? Referral programs are there, and so on and so forth. The second part is where there is a onboarding of customer. So now we know that, oh, five people are going to, students have joined TCS, and the onboarding, we have given them all the marketing campaign and everything. Now they are saying, okay, I want to open an account. So we want to onboard them. So when we are onboarding them to a bank, then there is an account opening process. KYC is there. You will be getting welcome kit. Account will be activated, and so on and so forth, right? The third part is, now of course you have joined and you have started your journey in the bank. You will start getting salary. Okay, so basically you will deposit amount, remove some amount, you will go for loans. Okay, some forex related things you will be doing, some investments you will be doing. So basically this is all about the customer services area. And the last part is the customer engagement, that on ongoing basis how to keep engaged these customers. Okay, below these are the horizontals which any organization needs, correct? So I'm not focusing on that, but these are the 22 horizontal functions which any organization needs to run smoothly. Now if you see the color code, blue is where the infusion of AI and GenAI is on the higher side. Okay, now how we have come with this color code? Again, our experience. Okay, so if I give you a simple example, if you want to open an account, it's a formal form that you fill, correct? There's nothing there, you're just filling that form. It's a process where you're just filling the form. So in this case, you are only going to open the form. Do you think AI and GenAI is going to have major play there? It can be little suggesting that whether this is right, wrong, or something of that sort, or some auto population of data. That's why it is yellow. But if you see the same KYC, the verification and validation, where you're submitting your documents, they have to figure out whether you have done a fraud or no, whether the documents are valid or no. This can be AI and GenAI solutions behind the scene running, correct? So in this scenario, you see blue, which is a high potential of AI and GenAI. Okay. Now, if you see in these examples what I have spoken, your NLP plays a role, because the forms you're going to read, the content you're going to read is all NLP. The images which you're going to see is vision. Okay, that is all your image part, what you're looking at it. And of course, there are algorithms which will be running behind the scene. So that is nothing but your data science. Okay, so that is why I said that if you want to implement AI and Gen AI, your basic foundation is going to be these three. Okay, and you're going to build over whatever I say. And then out of these functions, okay, these business processes, even if you pick one area or two areas and come up with use cases, you're actually transforming the value chain. So this is how the banks are currently doing. Okay, I just wanted to give you a live example that how with one use case in each department, you're transforming your entire business. All departments are getting impacted with AI and Gen AI. So this is the breadth and length of and the endless possibilities that you have in front of you. Now, you don't have to code. Okay, there are many people who don't like coding, but do you know how to use these applications or solutions? That is going to be your another job stream. That how to go about using these solutions which are AI and Gen AI powered, how to write the prompts in the proper way. Okay, it's a career in itself. Okay, and there are a lot of opportunities in that. So if you see, if you ask me, 40% are in coding, 40% are more towards using these codes. So if you don't like coding, don't worry, there are endless possibilities in front of you. And then what we also do is we take a persona. Now the third possibility is you can become this persona, correct? So suppose you are tomorrow a personal banker, or tomorrow you're from say any other domain, and you become a underwriter, or if you become a finance officer, or you become a HR officer, whatever role you want to pick up. Any role you pick, there are at least 5 things which can be done with the help of AI and Gen AI, correct? So even if you are able to get this implemented, or even if you are able to implement this, or even if you are able to use this, you are going to end up in your career in AI and Gen AI. Okay, so this is the just an example of one persona, that how his life is transformed with the help of AI Gen AI. he is not going to be replaced. He is just going to be supported with the help or complemented with the help of AI and GenAI technologies. Okay. And of course, these are horizontal functions. So HR manager, so I just put 5 examples. Quality auditor, some 5 examples. CSAT officer, where he's getting all the feedbacks and surveys, endless possibilities. Course creator, endless possibilities. If you're customer service agent, endless possibilities. So think about, the different areas, and just given you few examples of how each persona's life is going to be touched with the help of AI and GenAI. Okay. And since we saw the technology options, we saw the 7 options of technology. I'll just give you 2 examples in the interest of time today. If you take that first one, okay, which was text generation possibility. So this is the slide, just for a quick recap, this one. Okay. If you take this, and I'm also going to touch on this 5th one. So 1 and 5. So if you take the first one, in first itself, when I said that you choose your path, what did I mean? In first itself, there are 12 options. Okay, so see the breadth. If so, for example, if you're saying text generation, that means you're going to do language translation, you're going to do summarization, you're going to do question and answer, conversational search, content generation, classification, content extraction, content moderation, creative writing, and synthetic data. So many options are there. Okay, and of course, I'm sure more would be there. So the idea is, the reason I told you to pick one area is because that itself has a depth. Okay, and again, if you see, there is a blend of the data science, NLP, and vision, what I'm saying, as a foundation. Similarly, if you take the 5th one, which is your image generation possibilities, again, these are the 11 things which you can do. Now, image world is totally different. Okay, it is more about changing the background, summarizing the image, text to image, okay, image to text, emotion detection, image to audio, if you want to generate, image to video if you want to generate, audio if you want to generate to images, video if you want to generate to images. So think about the endless possibilities. Okay, I'm just showing you that why I said pick one path at a time. And then don't forget the responsible AI. Okay, this is what the base of responsible AI is, that you should not forget all these guidelines. Okay, and whenever you think about solution, they will fall under this risks. So I'll just give it to Sonali. Sonali, can you just little elaborate on the course that we have for setting up the foundation for this?
Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much, Neeta, for the wonderful presentation. First of all, it really gave us a clear picture of how AI is changing things all around us and why it's so important to start learning it now. So, what was true yesterday may not be true today, and what is true today may not be true tomorrow. I think it's very well said. It was a beautiful line, Nita, by you. Also, the example you gave for Three Idiot movie, it was awesome. Also, the retail banking case study which you used, it was eye-opening. And the emerging technologies like computer vision, NLP, and data science, how it's impacting the technology, impacting, reshaping the industry. It was wonderful to see. So, audience, if this topic made you curious and you're thinking about what to do, where do I start? So don't worry, we got you something. We have got something for you. But before that, Anita, there are a few questions which the audience are asking. So can we take that?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so Dikshit is asking, Anita, that I'm currently seeking an entry-level opportunity in data science and analytics. In today's competitive job market, many candidates secure interview through referral and strong network. But what's your opinion on how someone like me without such connection can get interview opportunities?
Sure. Okay. So let me give you different entry paths. Okay. And I know that it is challenging. The entry path is, first of all, where is your foundation? Okay. Is it set in the right direction? So first of all, that you need to assess. You need to have certifications and the right programs done in that direction. So I'm not sure about, your background, Dikshit, but definitely I'll say that the one course which we have is more towards setting the foundation. I'm not saying that you have to go and do this, but if you already have a setup foundation, you have your certification and everything in place, you'll get a lot of job opportunities themselves, by these certified companies. Or from, say, suppose if you do from TCS, you definitely have an edge, right? That you apply it put it in your resume, and when you're clearing the NQT and other exams and in your interview, if you say, you're going to definitely get an edge. Okay, so similarly, it is true for other, opportunities as well and other areas. But I think that certification is one of the important thing that you should have, because they not only help you to set up your base of competency strong, but they also make the foundation strong, okay, so that you can stand in the world of the corporate as of today. Okay, so it's not only about I saw 10 videos over Udemy or LinkedIn and I get cleared. Knowledge will definitely come. That is all delta learning, but the foundation has to be strong and delivered in the right way. Okay, so that is what I would recommend.
Right. Another question from Harinder. He's asking that, ma'am, in cybersecurity, can we use AI?
Lot, endless possibility. Okay, so I'll give you one example. So today I've not touched that area. Okay, cyber security is itself a course in itself. Okay, if you want to do AI in cyber security, again the concepts remain same. All the basic foundation is not going to change. Okay, so what I explained today, nothing is changing. Okay, image, video, NLP, text, avatar, everything remains same. Okay, only thing is the chart of retail banking what I showed changes to cyber security world. Okay, so frauds and all that areas it comes. So the basic foundation remains same, but it's a world in itself. Okay, so now when you have seen retail banking chart, and if you do your homework or study on cyber security, you'll understand the breadth of it and you can relate it to the slide which I have shown you.
Right. Also, Harinder, we have an amazing course in collaboration with IIT Ropar on cyber security. So definitely we will be sending you the invite, and you can join the webinar, and you will get to know
Perfect.
about the program, and you can take the advantage of it. So Anita, I can see Spurti is asking that I am very interested in AI, and how will I get job in MNC company, and what is the benefit from this? Also, there is Naveen who's saying that, ma'am, please suggest a course related to computer science.
Perfect.
Or again, that I am from ECE, but I wanted to, do something in AI. So, what course should I take? So now it's a perfect time, everyone,
Yes.
to talk about the program. So, as a part of our commitment to bring you the best career opportunity, we are proud to present a future-ready specialization program in collaboration with prestigious IIT ISM Dhanbad and TCS ION. So, this advanced program is your gateway to mastering cutting edge technology like AI, machine learning, data analytics, NLP, computer vision. So, as you can see on your screen, the program. So, this is a 3 month certification program from IIT ISM Dhanbad in AI and emerging technologies. It covers three powerful domains: NLP, data science, and computer vision. The first cohort is tentatively starting by the second week of September, and it will end by November 2025. You will get a 65 hours of experimental learning per specialization path. So as you can see on your screen, the key highlights are live lectures for interactive learning and real-time doubt solving, add-on prep courses, Python, statistic, and AI ML fundamental to help you get started smoothly. You will get to learn from the industry expert, including professionals from TCS as well. Apply your learning with hands-on labs and industry projects, so you will get so much hands-on assignments and practice you will get from this program. Classes are held twice in a week, Wednesday and Saturday, from 7 p.m. to 8:30. So it's ideal for the working professional as well. Plus, there will be a continuous assessment after every module to track your progress. So whether you are a fresh graduate, a aspiring tech professional, this course is crafted just for you. As we can go to the second slide. Yeah. So the second slide, we'll talk about the program from Dhanbad. As I said, that it's focusing on NLP, computer vision, and data science. So you will gain a strong foundation in maths and Python, and helping you to understand and apply AI algorithm effectively. It's a perfect for both fresher and working professional who is looking to grow. So who is it recommended for? So DS data science specialization program is recommended for ideal student who has a Python skill and basic knowledge of ML and DBMS. For NLP, it's recommended for those who also understand transformer and RNNs. And for computer vision, it's best suited for learner interested in visual data and deep learning application. So we already put the link in the chat of this program. You will get to know the understanding of the program. The fee of the program is 9,999. And you can see here the QR code. Please scan the QR code or take a picture of it. You can, after the webinar, you can go through the page, you can go through the program, and accordingly you can take a decision and you can enroll for the program. So as we gave you the understanding of the program, audience, so we would like to understand from you, are you interested to register for the program? Whether yes, no, if you
See, I'll just put one statement here,
yes,
Sonali. This program is actually going to be a good, for setting up the foundation in these three areas. You will be able to
definitely,
network, you will be able to do a lot of hands-on assessments and so on and so forth. Okay. The other
yes,
benefit I'll say is that it's hardly any money. Okay. If you see
right,
10,000 in today's world, if you just go to a hotel for two times, you're done. Okay. 10,000 goes. And sometimes in one trip only you're going to do. So instead of
yes,
that, don't go to hot restaurant for one, two times and do this course which will set your foundation for future. Okay, because you have seen that AI is all over. Correct. So if you do this, you are well set, and it is known. The course is known in the industry. It's not that only in TCS you will get value of it. You will get it throughout globally.
right. I can see Nita Gorachand is saying that yes, he is interested. Pavni, Shirisha, Kritika Gupta, Sayed Saif, Rutuja, so many people are saying that they are interested to register for the program. So great to hear that, audience. Definitely, please enroll for it. Go through the program, and definitely. Nita, I would like to ask you one question. What do you think? The certification, this kind of certification adds value to anyone's or any student's resume.
I'll just give you my simple view here. It's a certification, okay, which is a standard known in the industry, okay, globally.
Right.
TCS, if you ask, it is not just there in India. If you take this global, it's all there. Even a stamp of TCS is going to add value to your entire profile, right? So that is the value, okay. And apart from that, this is just the economic value of it, I would say. But if you look at from your angle, okay, just to set the base, to understand what the technology is, how it is heading, so that these foundations are set and you can build over it. Okay. And of course you're going to get connections with all the industry experts and so on and so forth. So I am definitely in for such a program. If you really want a foundation to be set, if you want a TCS stamp on your resume, definitely this is your path. You are also welcome to do internships. Okay. So while you're doing this program, you can also apply for TCS internships, of course, as per eligibility. You can do internship as well in TCS, and you can appear for NQT and get job also, depending on what your experience is and what your interests are. Okay. Still, if you want any mentorship or guidance from me, or Sonali, we are there over email. We are there over LinkedIn as well. You feel free to reach out to us. You'll get updates also, and you can take our expert suggestions as mentors whenever you want.
Definitely. So it's that's so well put, Nita. Definitely, a certification truly adds weight to anyone's profile or resume, and also show that you have taken the effort to build a real in-demand skill for future and career growth. And also, when two giants coming together, TCS Ion and IIT ISM Dhanbad, so obviously you can imagine the weightage which will
Yes,
add on
yes,
to
I
your
just
resume.
missed that. IIT is also a stamp, right, in itself.
Definitely.
Yes.
Correct. Also, I can see Nita. I think we should take this question. Bhagyashree, she's saying that, ma'am, I'm in a different depression phase. So,
You call me,
Bhagyashree,
I will remove your depression. What depression? Be happy.
yes,
You
so,
can connect with me, Bhagesh, over LinkedIn. We can talk. We'll see. Yeah.
yes, and it's completely okay to have a rough, tough phase, Bhagyashree, and you're not alone. Sometimes, learning journey can give you a sense of purpose and direction. So you can look into the certificate program as well. If you feel like this is something you want to learn, you can please go through it. Same thing. Even Singham. 1 minute. I think it's
I have to ask question, huh? How many are in
Shirisha.
depression? No, I guess. No.
No. He just put that, ma'am, actually, I'm waiting for the TCS with computer science job. And I got 50.5%, but I'm not selected. Why? So don't be discouraged, Shirisha. Many successful people face rejection early on. So this could be a great time to upskill yourself and boost your profile.
And by the way,
Yes, so
Shirisha, I'll
be
add to that. Okay, I have given 100 interviews before I joined TCS. I failed every time, and I was like, okay, I'm going to fail this time also. Okay, that was my journey. So Sonali is making me speak all the things which I never thought I'll speak. But this is the true. Okay, so don't be, don't let go of your hope and just keep moving. Okay, I'm sure you'll be successful.
right. Kavya is asking Nita that I have completed my undergraduation UG on BCom, computer application, and she's 2024 passed out. How to crack a job,
No worries,
basically.
Kavya. Even in BCom, when you talk about, you have to select your path. Okay, so the important path for you is after BCom, what do you want, or what is your liking towards? Is it auditing? Is it legal? Do you want to learn law? Do you want to handle the accounts? What do you want to do? You want to handle the finance. You want to do the marketing piece of it. What do you want to do? So if you are able to crack that path, and then of course AI Gen A is all there. Okay, so by the time you can complete this course, so that your foundation is there, and you choose your path and apply all these concepts in the path that you choose, it will be again a success for you.
Right. Audience, all the NQT related issues and concern, if you are having, we are having a webinar on 20th of June. We'll send you the invite. You can join the webinar and you can ask whichever queries question you have. We'll take the questions in that webinar. Gayatri is asking, is it paid? Yes, Gayatri. So this program is paid. The amount is 9,999, which you have to. I think Neeta already mentioned that if you compare, it's a very minimal amount compared to others. So I think you should definitely consider enrolling for it. Dave is asking that, ma'am, I have completed my graduation in 2024 in computer engineering. Okay, so teachers and QT related, Dev, you can please join the webinar which we are having on 20th of June. And yes, you are eligible. So you can take it. Okay, so there are so many, or whichever question you have, audience, please put it in the chat. One question is very interesting, Anita, that what's one mistake beginner makes when starting out in the field of AI?
Okay. So the one mistake that people make is that they are confused with respect to what should be chosen. Okay, and that is where I always mentor and guide, and in fact I recommend also that what is your path. First of all, figure out what is your path. Even if you are not a good coder, everyone thinks that I have to code, and they start learning Python and all, which they fail because they don't have interest in that area only. So first choose your path, as I said. Okay, that whether are you interested in coding, what you want to do, testing and all that, the basic steps that you do as part of your own counseling. Second part is you choose the 7 areas, out of that you select one, and then the third is you apply it with domain, that which domain you would be liking to work. It could be cross industry function as well. When you blend all this together, you will know your journey, okay, and potential of what you can do, and it is endless. But don't just say that, okay, my friend has done Python, let me also go and do Python. No, it will not help you. So this is the biggest blunder, that not having a proper homework done before you start your journey.
Definitely, definitely. One more very interesting question, Nita, I can see is, Madam, learning AI tool can get a job.
Okay. So again, I said, just coming back to the one what I explained, learning AI tool will get you a job, but whether you will like it or no, that's the question you have to ask. Okay, if you learn today LangChain, if you learn today ChatGPT, if you learn Python, you'll get a job. But is it into that bucket that I told you? Is it in your domain? Is it in your liking? Is it in your coding, non-coding zone? Tomorrow you may get a job, but you say I don't want to do coding. Okay, I'm interested in testing. So, so learning tool will get you a job. That I can say. But whether it will be of your use or no, that you have to decide.
Great. So with this, we'll just come to an end. So audience, whatever questions you have, queries you have, as Neeta already mentioned that you can connect with her on LinkedIn, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Also, you can mail us. So my team have already put the email ID in the chat. And whatever queries, question you have, you can, you can write to us and we'll definitely get back to you. And with this, we'll come to the end of the session. We have already again put the link in the chat. It's, you can enroll for, you can check, course you can check the last date of registration is 30th June. So hardly you have 18 days left. You can take the informed decision and enroll for it. The price of the program is 9,999. There is no cost EMI option available. So if you have, you can go through it, and whatever you feel like, whatever is the ideal way, you can accordingly you can take it forward. The cohort 1 commencement date is going to be second week of September, and it will end up by second week of November. The duration of the program is 3 months, and it will including hands-on and doubt clearing session. There will be 2 sessions per week, and the duration of each session will be 90 minutes. And the live lectures are planned every week in the evening on Wednesday and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Also, like this, we have uploaded so many master classes on these emerging technologies and so many interesting jobinar like this in our jobinar page. So my team have already put the link in the chat. So once the webinar is over, you can just enroll for it, and in free you can, you can check all the webinar recordings, all the master classes recording, and you can, make yourself ready for the, for the future of emerging technologies. And with this, I would like to thank everyone. You have just heard an insightful and engaging session by Neeta Khare, who explained how computer vision, data science and NLP transforming every aspect of our lives, and basically how AI is transforming every aspect of our lives. She highlighted how these technologies are evolving rapidly and impacting almost every field around us. And her clear explanation and presentation helped make this complex topic easy to understand and deeply inspiring. So thank you so much, Neeta. It was wonderful to have you here today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And a big thank you to the audience for the active participation, the responses we got from poll. It was phenomenal. It was outstanding. And thank you for being so active. With this, we wrap up today's session. Anything you would like to add, Neeta, once we close the webinar?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and all the best to you guys. And we hope you to see in TCS very soon.
Definitely.
All the best, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you so much. Thanks, everyone. Have a happy day.
Bye.